Hey everyone, welcome to our first Wednesday night live of 2025. I know it takes a few minutes for everybody to populate in. Thank you for stopping in to catch the first live of many throughout 2025. But this live is going to be pretty unique in the sense that we're going to go over a lot of goodness about our 2025 tournament season. Got a lot of changes, a lot of great changes that I'm going to talk about, but I'm going to give it a few minutes while everybody comes in before we get into the details. I do have the schedule set. I'll talk about that in just a moment. As I don't know. Hey, Gary, how are you? Thomas Campos, how are you, buddy? Thanks for stopping in. Is anybody fishing? Because the lakes are frozen in Virginia. And Gary's got snow on the ground in Florida. Hey, Brian Green, how are you? Spaceman. Long time, buddy. Thanks for stopping in here. Hope things are going. John Bandy, already got your email to sign up for the tournaments. Thanks. Michael Page, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you guys. I haven't heard from you in a while, Spaceman. I hope things are good out there. John, you haven't fished in over a week? Holy cow. Holy cow. Hey, Captain Lindia, thanks for stopping in. That is way unusual for you. Robert Martinez, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, we got ice on the lake. I am jonesing hard to go fishing. I hadn't fished in 2 weeks. It's been a while, and the temperature outside right now is 14 degrees, and it sucks when it's that cold. So John says, I haven't been fishing, but I've cleaned the heck out of the back garage. Tom Alderman, thanks for stopping in. New name there. We're gonna jump in just a minute, get a few more people populating, and we'll start talking about the 2025 schedule, the changes, some great changes. You guys are going to be really excited about the payouts are bigger this year. Nicole, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Tom Harmon said, I'm still hunting. Okay. I believe you. Hey, well, if you're 40-ish, Spaceman, you're way warmer than us. Robert says it's negative 20 this morning. Wow, that's ice fishing weather. The ice is not thick enough to ice fish here in Virginia, and I'm just stubborn. I have ice fished when I was in North Dakota and Minnesota, and I lived in Alaska. I ain't doing that anymore. I'm not going to do it. So, well, everybody, thanks for stopping in. I'm going to go ahead and get the new schedule up where I can share it with you. And I'll share this 4 or 5 times. 53, Lindy, that's fishing weather. Come on. You got to get John out in 53. I know it's not. I know it's cold for you guys. So let me just do this. Here is the new 2025 schedule. Here we go. And this is going to be out several times. I'm just going to throw it up here real quick before I start talking about the changes. So here's our new 2025 schedule. Southern Region Big Bass starts the 15th of March, runs through the 13th of April. Same map as last year. You guys that have fished it, if you don't know the map, I'll share it with you in a little bit. The Northern Region kicks off on 10 May, ends on 8 June, and then the big Summer Bass Draw, 28 June through 10 August. We're definitely having a smallmouth slam, and then our team tournament ends up the year. It's pretty similar time frame as last year, but one of the things that I changed this year, if you'll catch it, if you look at a calendar, I'm going to stop sharing real quick, is I start every tournament on a Saturday and end every tournament on a Sunday. So every tournament starts on a Saturday, every tournament ends on a Sunday. So it's a full month in a day. So that's the way the format works out really good that way for Saturdays and Sundays. Yep, Spaceman. It's about the same as last year. Time frames. There's a few dates that are a little bit different because the calendar changes every year. But basically, we're going to have the same setup for the formats. And now we are going to change the 5 bass draw. I took all your comments from last year. We made it too tough last year. We're going to make it a little bit easier, but it's still going to be very competitive. So we're going to change that format a little bit. So it'll be a little bit more exciting. Now, last year, we paid out first through third. We're changing that this year. And we're changing it. We're paying out first through fifth this year. So that means first place is a lot long. It's bigger. So typically first place 200, moving up to 250. Basically everything's moving up $50. All right. And we're paying out first to fifth. Fifth place is just $25, but that's fifth place. You get some money in it. So now here's the biggest thing. Omnia is giving us a contingency payout. What does that mean? If you're an Omnia Pro member, like me, like Gary, I think Brian Green's an Omnia Pro member as well. If you win, the highest placed Omnia Pro member wins an additional $300. I said that, $300. So don't run out there and buy Omnia Pro right now. Let me finish. I have a discount code. Typically, Omnia Pro is $49.99 for a full year. If you use the discount code SFO Pro, you get it for $39.95. If you look at the banner down below, you'll see we changed the discount code for tackle and then save 20% on Omnia Pro with SFO Pro as the discount code. Saves you 20% off, which is a pretty good deal. The really cool thing about it is I love the app. I do. I use it all the time. But you get 10% off for your purchases that you use for your next purchase. You can save up that money and buy a $300 reel if you want to or whatever. And free shipping on everything. So you pay for that app in no time. And you buy a pack of hooks and you can ship it free. You don't have to do that $50, get shipped free. Everything's free. So if you are a pro member, that's great. If you're not a pro member and you want to join, use that discount code SFO Pro and get 20% off. And if you're the highest placing winner in any of our tournaments, the highest placing pro member wins an additional $300. Here's the catch. You have to be signed up before the start of the tournament. Before the start of the tournament. You can't do it in the middle of the tournament. You have to be signed up before the start of the tournament. And Omnia has a list of my tournaments. I already had to get all this done. So you can't say, well, man, I might win this one. I'm going to get Omnia Pro. No, you got to do it before the tournament starts. So it's a good. So Brian said Lindy is already a pro. She is a pro. But hey, Brian, wait a minute. I just seen something on Facebook that you're selling all your tackle and all your rods and reels at the Eagles Club fishing show this weekend because you're done fishing. Is that true? You're selling everything you got? By the way, I couldn't afford everything you got. There you go, Spaceman. If use that $50 gift card. Yeah. And to get pro. And Brian says, yep, selling everything. I know you're not selling everything. Kenneth said he'll be joining. Thanks, Kenneth. Good to see you. Yep, Nicole, it's worth it. I mean, now you think about it. If we get a bonus if we beat Lindy's 915? John, I'm going to put out some of that this year. I'm going to put out some side bets. Not bets, but I'm going to put out because Lindy has caught the biggest bass at 915 in any of our tournaments. So I'll probably do something like that, and a little something on the side for the biggest bass. Ryan says, I'm just selling my baits because it ain't me. Oh, yeah. I hear you, Ryan. Hey, Russell. Good to see you, buddy. I hope I know you're in the same boat as me up in DC. You ain't got no place to fish because I ain't got no place to fish. I ain't got ice on it right now. I guess the Potomac doesn't have ice on it. But thanks for stopping in. Does she get the bonus? She beats it. Yeah, it'll be for everybody. I'm gonna lay all the tournaments this year. I'm gonna lay some. This is not Omnia doing it. This is Shane doing it for fun. I'm gonna lay some additional things on there, and yes, I got some things with some. I get some extra things with Omnia that I'm gonna get to use this year. So, yeah, if anyone catches a 10-pound, the 10-pounder is the new limit for us now because Lindy's got 915. So yes, we're gonna do some side pots. This year, bigger prizes, and that contingency is a pretty daggum good deal. It is. Now, the only other thing, so it goes by, I'm telling you, it's $300. And I don't have the graphic here. I'm going to put this in a video. You'll see it come out probably tomorrow night. It goes by boat. It doesn't go by angler in the advertisement. But you only have to have 70 boats to get the $300. And we always have 700 or 70 fishermen. He could have made it 500 fishermen per tournament, and we'd still get the $300 bucks. Well, Nicole, are you going to be in Mexico during one of the big bass tournaments? I know you got that tournament down there. I mean, hey, I've said this 1,000 times, and most of you know this. If you're fishing a local tournament for fun, like, your local tournament, like Gary fishes his local tournament with lunkers, the fish you catch in that tournament can count towards this tournament. That, you can put them on a measuring board because most of your tournaments that you do local are weighed anyway. And registered, Gary did last year. Gary, all the fish that Gary registered last year, he was tournament fishing in this tournament. So, yeah, you can, if you're fishing a local tournament, you can register those same fish in our tournament. So, pretty good deal. Oh, okay, Nicole. That's still awesome. Nicole's representing America in the Pan Am Games for bass fishing. It's just, I don't know you that personally, Nicole. You've been fishing with us in our tournaments for a while, but it's just awesome to know somebody that's getting to do that. So I know you're excited about it. I'm excited for you. So, any questions on these new changes? Any concern? By the way, I probably should do this. If anybody wants to jump up, there's the link if you'd like to jump up here with me and chat and join me. Feel free to do so. By the way, the discount code changed to SFO25. That is only for tackle, folks. It doesn't count for rods, reels, trolling motors, and all that other stuff. I'm not that fortunate, to get all that stuff. And you're right, Lindia. Fishing is fun. Fishing is fun. And right now, if you're really, really, anybody, if you're really, really cold and want to go fishing, you ought to call small water charters because they'll take you out. They will take you out. Maybe not this week, but I love fishing with those guys. It's so much fun. And if you're lucky, you'll get a rainstorm and you'll get to get under John's homemade umbrella and stick out a rainstorm. Yep. There you go. Nicole's making America great again. So I'm looking forward to 2025. A lot of good changes. I'm happy that the sponsor wanted to give us some more money and give us these opportunities for more wins. So, one of the things that is frustrating a little bit sometimes when I go to Omni is they're out of stuff at times, but do your best to support them because they are definitely supporting us and giving us the opportunity to save on a tackle and things of that nature. So, yeah, John says, come on down. I think Nate's coming down in the next week or two. Nate Cross. So from Virginia. He's a Virginia fisherman. So he'll get the opportunity to fish because Russell might be a better eye on the weather than me, but I don't think we're getting above freezing until maybe Saturday, Sunday, and then it's just in the high 30s. And with ice on the lake, it's going to be tough to get out. And I don't even know what the boat ramps looks like. So, John says he loves. Yeah, John has rose-colored sunglasses, and he got it on when I was down there fishing with him. Aren't they rose-colored, John? And they were cool. Yeah, let me wear them. I was like, yeah, that's interesting look for sure. So let me just see if I missed anything here. We've got about 14, 15 folks in here. Good to see a few new names. Tom, thanks for stopping in. K-Dub Fishing. Oh, good question. Is this on Fishing Chaos or Tourney X? It is not. So this is how it works, K-Dub Fishing. How we do our tournaments is you do the same things as you do on Tourney X and Fishing Chaos. You just email your catches to me, and I evaluate them and I put them in the spreadsheet. The reason we don't use Tourney X or Fishing Chaos is because they cost. And we keep our tournaments absolutely free. You don't pay a penny to join our tournaments. There's a fee per angler to use Tourney X or Fishing Chaos. Now, the downside to the way we do it is I don't have a constant update of the leaders. What we do during the tournaments is we do a Wednesday night live like this that I announce the leaders. During the tournaments on Wednesday Night Live, we get in here, we have a bunch of, just have a bunch of fun talking about who's catching what. And you're saying there's a new free tournament app. What's it called? I will use it if it's free. I'm all about free. And you're saying CCKF is used this year just to make you aware. Yeah. Hey, K-Dub, if you would do me a favor, email me the details at shaneflintoutdoors@yahoo.com, and I will look into it because I'm all about free. I'm not going to pay to register every angler because last year we had, I'll always just say over 1,000. We had 1,300 anglers fishing our tournaments, and that's a lot of money to use the Tourney X. Hey, Jason, thanks for stopping in. Just now joining in. I'll throw the schedule up in just a second. John says the suspense to Wednesday is part of the fun of our tournaments, and that is, and John says, or Brian says, agree. So that's part of our fun is we wait until Wednesday to do a tournament update. So thanks, K-Dub, for letting me know. But if there is a free app, I will utilize that free app if it works. Yeah, it is. But I've got it down to science. I got some scripts that I run, things of that nature. But I enjoy doing it, so it's not too big of a deal. So, Jason, I'm going to throw up right now the schedule for our tournaments. Hold on. Let me get it back up because it's time to do that again. And share. Here we go. Here is the tournament schedule. Southern Region Big Bass Tournament starts the 15th of March through 13 April. You can read the rest. The reason the two Southern Northern is highlighted is because those are regional tournaments. The Summer 5 Bass Draw, the Smallmouth Slam, and the team tournament are nationwide. And the formats, if you're not familiar with the formats, the 5 Bass Draw, I can get into those details and I'll send that out. There'll be some advertisement on that, and I can get into the details. But it's very competitive. The Summer 5 Bass Draw, we had 1,100 participants last year, and it's just an exciting tournament. But the regional Big Bass starts it off first, depending on which state you live in. And I do have a map. I'll throw the map up there too, since let me present, because the map is on the next slide. Here is the map for all you new folks that are, let me get it shared. Most of you know this, but we do got some new folks on here. This is the regional map. So if you're in the red, you get to fish the Southern Big Bass Tournament. If you're in the blue, you get to fish the Northern Big Bass Tournament. If you're green, California primarily, you pick which one you want to fish. You can choose the North or the South. It's your choice. So that is the map. And this will be out, again, it'll be on my channel pretty soon. See, I'm missing stuff here. Yeah, Brian, it's not a lot of work. I got this down to science. Nicole says the suspense for her is awful. No, John, I don't have the Pentagon working on it. That's true, Lindy. I do tease it out. I like to keep you guys on your toes. That's part of the fun on this. So I'm just going through the comments here. I do that. John does. It's like, here's a big one. Like, keep fishing because you're not winning. Yeah, Jason, if you're going to Gunnersville, that's a good time to fish in April. So yeah, looking forward to it. Please get signed up. So, hey, Mike, thanks for stopping in. Definitely have. Oh, wait, K-Dub. Don't say that. Don't say that. You'd be surprised. So last year in our Southern Big Bass Tournament, I'm going to throw this at you, K-Dub. I threw out an extra side pot because, and by the way, I do not fish in my own tournaments. I don't fish in the tournaments. I'm just a tournament director, right? I just do all the look to make sure everything's square. But last year, I caught the biggest bass of anybody in our tournaments. And what I threw out was, if you can beat this 24-inch bass, I will give you an extra $50 in the Southern Big Bass Tournament. And no one beat it. So actually last year, if I was competing in the tournament, I'd have won it, which I don't. But I caught a 9-something last year in March. I actually got a 9. I think I caught 2 9s in March. I did catch 2 over 24. So we do catch some bigs in Virginia, my friend. And Brian here, he's like, it hurts because Brian, he's a big chaser. Yeah. 24. Last year, 24. Well, actually, 23 3/4 won. No one caught a 24 last year. And I think we had close to 900 entries, something like that, my memory. So, yeah, we catch some bigs. We catch some big fish. And, you know, I got to say, the first 2 years, the reigning Big Bass champion was in Florida, and that was Lindia from Small Water Charters here. But last year, Georgia won at 23.75. And Brian, didn't you come in second? You were in second or third. So it's close. It's close. It is pretty competitive for us. So, I mean, don't rule yourself out because you're a little bit north in the southern region. We get it. Yeah, Brian came in second last year in Virginia. And Brian lives 10 miles that way from me as a crow flies. So we catch some good ones for sure. So just a recap again. For this year, the tournament payouts are going up. We're going to basically $50 per place. We're adding 4th and 5th place. So we'll pay out the top 5. And if you're an Omnia Pro member, let me take that off. If you're an Omnia Pro member before the tournament starts, and again, use the code SFO Pro to get 20% off and pay only $39.99 for the full year of utilizing that. And you're the highest placed member, and as an Omnia Pro member, you win an additional $300. So that's the big changes. I mean, we're expanding the prize pool, expanding the places we pay out, and the contingency, excuse me, to get an extra $300 on top as an Omnia Pro member is a great deal. Oh, yeah, Spaceman, but you do good. You do good, buddy. You've done good twice in our tournaments. And I'd love to get a West Coast big bass, but I just don't get enough entries out there. Oh, my. John. Yeah. Hey, Thomas. How are you, buddy? Thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate it. Hey, if you're not catching Thomas at Fishing the DMV, if you're in the DMV area, our area, Maryland, Virginia, Delaware, Thomas is the man. His podcast and his info on the fishing in this area is the best. So got to catch Fishing the DMV. He was just down at the we just talked at the Richmond Expo. I did a little bit of his podcast down there, did several things with him. So yeah, catch Thomas Fishing the DMV. And yes, it is daggum cold, Thomas. And Thomas I'm a member of Thomas's Patreon group, and he's got a winter tournament going on, and we can't even fish because the lakes are iced over. So, but yeah, that's where we are, folks. Bigger payouts this year. If you're an Omnia Pro member, you get that extra $300 if you're the top winner. It's going to be a great season. We had well over 1,000. I did count them for Omnia individual anglers. I'm hoping to get to 2,000 anglers this year. It's going to be really, really fun. So I'm just looking to make sure I didn't catch anybody. I try to keep this to 30 where I don't bore you too much. Oh, Nicole says she's been ice fishing biggins. Okay. I'm just too stubborn to go out on ice. Yeah, KW catches Thomas as well, so really good. So, Jason, I'm glad to see you popping in here. Hope you join in on our tournament. Some of the new names we have here, really great to see. I think we're going to have a big season this year. I will not be live next week. There'll be some type of fishing episode coming out. I'm still scratching my head. I got some stuff in storage for icy weather like this and trying to decide what I'll put out. But we will. You'll see something coming out as always on Wednesday night at 8:30 from me. Probably do it live the following week, just to gin up, because the Southern Big Bass is right around the corner. We start that. What is it? The 15th of May. I'm sorry, March. 15 March is right around the corner, and February is a short month. So you want to get signed up, please do so. Oh, Kenneth, I did see that. Kenneth got this giant freaking bluegill. I'm glad you reminded me of that. He sent it to me on Messenger. I was like, holy cow. And, Kenneth, didn't you win the Northern Big Bass last year and the 5 Bass Draw? I think you won 2 tournaments last year. And he's in New York. So you never know. Some of you guys got your honey holes. Like, I know John and Linda is where their honey holes are because they take me to them. Fish Donkey. KW, I'll look into it. If Fish Donkey's free, we might look at doing it. Carlos said, fingertips frozen but lips. That's awesome, Carlos. That is awesome. Kenneth said yes. Yeah, he won the Northern and the 5 Bass Draw. By the way, won the 5 Bass Draw from the bank last year. That was just awesome. Fish Donkey. John, you can spin anything, my friend. That's why I love. You got to go down and spend one day fishing in a boat with John. If you don't catch a fish, you will be entertained. Brian, that's some BS right there, brother. You got your holes. I know that. We share some of them. Let's just be fair. We share some of those. So Brian, I'll probably see you this Saturday. And Kenneth said he's got his boat ready for this year. So, all right, folks, thanks so much for joining me for the first 2025 live. I'm excited about the new tournament series. there will be some more info coming out. You'll see some things come out on YouTube and on Facebook about the new schedule. Starting probably tomorrow night, I need to get some stuff pushed out. So looking forward to the season. Looking forward to all your support. And I can't do it without you. And I do it with you and for you. So thank you all. And you guys have a good night. And we will talk to you very, very soon.